It's one of the oldest and most passionate debates in all of technology, a decision that can feel almost tribal. You're either an iPhone person or a Samsung person, right? But what if you're standing on the sidelines, looking at the incredible iPhone 16 and the feature-packed Samsung Galaxy S25, and you just don't know which path to choose? The marketing from both sides is loud, the fanboys are louder, and it's impossible to know who to trust. The truth is, both of these phones are engineering marvels, but they are built on completely different philosophies. One offers a seamless, curated walled garden, and the other provides an open, customizable playground. Choosing the wrong one for your personality and needs can lead to years of frustration, while choosing the right one can feel like a perfect extension of yourself. This isn't about declaring a single winner. This is about holding up a mirror to your own habits and preferences to figure out which ecosystem you truly belong in. We're going to move beyond the specs you can read on a box and dive deep into the actual day-to-day experience of using an iPhone versus a Samsung Galaxy in 2025, covering software, cameras, battery, and the all-important ecosystem lock-in. Let's start with the most fundamental difference, the thing that will impact every single interaction you have with the device, the operating system. Apple's iOS and Samsung's One UI, which sits on top of Android, are worlds apart. iOS is the king of consistency, polish, and simplicity. The experience is tightly controlled by Apple, which means apps are generally more uniform, the interface is clean and intuitive, and software updates roll out to everyone at the same time for years on end. It just works, and for millions of people, that reliability is priceless. Now, let's look at Samsung's One UI. This is where Android's open nature shines. One UI in 2025 is all about customization and power. You can change almost anything. Don't like the look of your home screen? You can install a different launcher, change icon packs, and use widgets that are far more interactive and powerful than what iOS offers. You can set default apps for everything, from your browser to your maps, breaking you free from Apple's first-party apps. The pro tip for Samsung is digging into the Good Lock module from the Galaxy Store, which unlocks a staggering level of personalization for your quick settings, lock screen, and animations. The common mistake iPhone switchers make is trying to use a Samsung phone like an iPhone. To truly appreciate it, you have to embrace the ability to make it truly yours. So, the question is, do you value a seamless, no-fuss experience that works perfectly out of the box, or do you get excited by the idea of tweaking and customizing every detail until the phone feels uniquely personal? Your answer to that question is the first major step in your decision. Now, the camera. This is the battleground where most of the marketing dollars are spent, and both companies take a dramatically different approach. Apple's camera philosophy is best described as what you see is what you get. They prioritize realistic colors, balanced exposure, and incredibly reliable video recording that is second to none in the smartphone world. The iPhone's strength is its consistency. You can open the camera app, point, and shoot, and you are almost guaranteed a great-looking photo or video with accurate skin tones and stable footage. It's a point-and-shoot champion. Samsung, on the other hand, is a computational photography powerhouse. Their philosophy is to make every shot look vibrant, punchy, and social media-ready straight out of the camera. The colors are often more saturated, the blues are bluer, the greens are greener. They push the boundaries with insane zoom capabilities on the Ultra models and offer a Pro mode that gives you far more manual control than Apple S ProRAW. The insider secret with Samsung is to spend time in the camera settings to tune the image processing to your liking, as it can be a bit aggressive by default. For video, the iPhone still holds a slight edge in overall stability and ease of use, but Samsung has closed the gap significantly in 2025, so Do you want a camera that faithfully documents reality with incredible ease, or one that actively enhances it with more vibrancy and powerful zoom capabilities? Battery life and charging is another area where the two giants diverge, and it's a practical consideration that affects your daily routine. iPhones have historically had good, but not class-leading, battery life. With the 2025 models, Apple has improved this, but their approach remains conservative. Where they truly lag behind is in charging speed. Even with a powerful charger, an iPhone will charge significantly slower than a comparable Samsung Galaxy. Samsung has been pushing the boundaries of fast charging for years, with many of their models supporting incredibly quick wired and wireless charging speeds. This means you can top up your Samsung phone in the time it takes you to get ready in the morning, a convenience that cannot be overstated. However, Apple's optimization between its hardware and software is so tight that they often achieve solid all-day battery life with a smaller physical battery. The pro tip for both platforms is to look beyond the manufacturer's claims and investigate the real-world battery tests for the specific models you're comparing, as screen-on time can vary wildly based on your usage patterns. The question here is about your lifestyle. Do you prefer the set-it-and-forget-it approach of charging your phone overnight, or do you need the flexibility of a rapid 30-minute charge to get you through a busy day? Finally, we have to talk about the most powerful force keeping people in their respective camps, the ecosystem. This is Apple's ultimate weapon. If you own a Mac, an iPad, an Apple Watch, and AirPods, the experience of moving between them with an iPhone is magical. Features like AirDrop, Universal Clipboard, and Handoff create a seamless workflow that is incredibly difficult to leave. The Apple Watch is the best smartwatch on the market, and it only works with the iPhone. This creates a powerful gravity that locks users in. Samsung and the broader Android world offers a more open ecosystem. Your Samsung phone works well with Windows PCs, especially with the link to Windows integration. You have a wider choice of wearables from Samsung, Google, and Fitbit. The trade-off is that the connectivity isn't always as seamless or effortless as Apple's solution. It can require more setup and troubleshooting, so you have to be honest with yourself. Are you already deeply invested in one ecosystem? Are you willing to switch everything over? Or are you a free agent using a mix of platforms and wanting a phone that gives you the most freedom? In 2025, the choice between an iPhone and a Samsung Galaxy is no longer about which one is objectively better. They are both brilliant. The choice is about which philosophy you align with. Do you want the polished, predictable, and powerful ecosystem of the iPhone, or the customizable, feature-rich, and open freedom of the Samsung Galaxy? Only you can answer that, but now you have the framework to make that decision with confidence.